Welcome, 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 everybody. I am so excited to see you. And we'll get going. We're going to start with the dedications for our learning, just to remind you that at Svara we believe that learning is powerful, and therefore we want to just take a moment to think about anyone who could have some benefit from our intention. So if you want to just put it in the chat or keep it in your heart, that's up to you. And then Elior and I will add ours to yours. Yeah, and I'm dedicating my learning to everyone who is scared and worried and needs support and love. By the way, for the previous slide that was just before that about the recording, anyone who's ever taken classes with Shilmala, they used to have that slide. It's very, very useful. Because you're wondering what that is, it's just a reminder to start the recording. So before we get started with our learning, we're going to bless up. We're going to bless it up, and we have 3 choices here from Svara, and Elior will very kindly also put them in the chat. That will be awesome. And the first one is the original from the Talmud from Brachot 11b.
Substitute.
Sorry, Deborah?
Oh, sorry. thinking out loud inappropriately. I apologize. I
Thinking out
didn't
loud.
realize I was unmuted.
No worries. So the first one's from the Talmud from Brachot 11b. Go back. We're not done. There you go. Hold on. You are on the move today. Second one's from the Non-Binary Hebrew Project, which I recommend checking out. Just Google Non-Binary Hebrew Project. They're amazing. And the third one is just some beautiful feminine God language, which some people like using. And now we're going to go to the next slide, which has my favorite. And yeah, and you put them in the, thanks for putting them in the chat. And you also just say whichever one you want, or if none of them works for you, that's totally fine. What matters is the last three words. וברוכה אתה חוויה, שכינו רוח העולם, אשר קידשתנו במצוותיה, וציוותנו לעסוק בדברי תורה. So the last three words, לעסוק בדברי Torah, to busy ourselves with words of Torah. I always love the translanguage pun that some people have been known to make about soaking in words of Torah. We could do that too. Okay, so just a quick reminder about the Svara norms. We're all learners and teachers here, and we hold ourselves to a set of norms. I mean, every classroom has norms. They're not usually articulated, but at Svara, they are. Next one, please. So just to remind you, we invite you to challenge ideas, not people's experiences and identities. Reflect on the ways you occupy positions of privilege rather than asking others to explain experiences of oppression. Reach out to us if there are shifts that can make this space more accessible, as accessibility is an emergent conversation. And yes, the captions for the previous video will be coming, I promise. Don't ask. Honor shifting identities and mention confidentiality. Maintain confidentiality. Make sure your name and pronouns, if you like, you don't have to, reflects what you'd like to be called. And most importantly, if there's anything that's not right, that doesn't feel good to you, please get back to us, because if we don't know, we can't do anything about it. Okay, so tonight we did blessings and dedications, we did community norms. We're going to just do a recap from last week, and then we're going to introduce the last part of the Svara formula, which is called Chazara, or Chazara, if you happen to do the Ashkenazi. But let's go back to the recap from last week, and I'm going to invite, would anyone here like to tell us, just in English, what happened last week? And because of the screen share, if you're putting up your hand, I can't see you, so maybe use the electronic hand. I know you guys were here. Go on, Deborah.
Okay. I can't think of the whole name, but the rabbi whose nickname is Dimi said that out at Sinai, the Holy One inverted the mountain over our heads.
Yeah, that's a pretty good outside description. Does anybody want to add to that? Anyone remember any other details that you want to share? Just unmute and speak, because I can't see everybody right now.
The inverted mountain is compared to a gigit, which was variously understood to be like a beer vat, a reservoir, something like a bathtub. And then in modern imagery, somebody liked the idea of a coffee cup.
The coffee cup was good. Yeah. Kitty. Okay, thank you. That brings us up to speed. We are sitting there with a mountain over our head, and then what? But we'll get there. So just wanted to describe to you what Chazara is in Svara land, or as they call it, Mitzvah land. The essence of learning is repetition. That's how we become masters of anything, is we just keep practicing. So at the beginning of our Chavruta time, and we just talked, just in English about what it is. But once you have your daf in front of you, you have the words from last week. And just take turns with your Chavruta, just reciting last week's text. And if you can do it from memory, bonus. If you can't, that's fine. Your brain is still getting it. So like take turns for each other. Like one person reads, the other person, and that other person listens, and then the other way. So, and each week we're going to add the text. So each week we get to repeat what we did in the previous weeks. Okay, Leo. Okay, so I just wanted to remind you, and I know this is kind of small, but I just wanted to remind you of the hint sheet. Actually, can we zoom that up a bit, Leo, do you think? Because I just wanted to show you where on the hint sheet we are. I don't know if we can make this bigger. But remember, you can also go to where it says view. There you go. Okay, so, okay, scroll up a little bit. Okay, now just want to show you, we started here. Remember last week, and then we went through all these words of Dimi, Balchama, Balchasa. Nobody can remember that. And let's practice it for a bit. And then we got here. Kegigit. That was where we ended last week. Okay, you want to go up a little bit? Can we scroll up a little bit, Elio? Yeah, let me just get rid of those markings. Okay. Can we go up a little bit? Because this is where we start, but I want to show them where we end. And if you're talking, I can't hear you. Oh, there you are. Okay, perfect. Okay. So this is where we start. And all right, and this is where we end. This name that comes after that is the following week. Okay, so just
The
take a
second
look.
from the bottom.
Yeah, the second from the bottom. So starting here where we ended, and then the last one is the second from the bottom. Yeah, I'm going to just give you a minute to take a note of that. I mean, you don't actually need it because you'll find out when you go through the text, but I just wanted to make it a little easier. Okay, let me get rid of those. Okay. Let's go to the next one, please.
Just a moment. Let me get the screen big enough. Re-embiggen the screen. There you go. Boop.
I thought I got rid of all those markings. Whoops. They're all drawings. There we go. Okay, so just a reminder, and the Chavruta for the weeks after week one is just a little bit different because, again, check in with each other. This is the second week, so hopefully you've met your Chavruta before, although some people will be with somebody else because some people aren't here. Solomon's on a plane, and some other people, I don't know. And then we're going to review, so do Chazara on the previous text, and then we're going to go to this week's text and go at a good pace for you, looking up each word as thoroughly as you can. And just a reminder, it does not matter how many words you get. Every word you get is infinitely beautiful because it's a word of Torah. How we learn may just be more important than what we learn. This is really important. So the quest for one word is amazing, and a gift to us all. And when we come back, I am actually going to start with, if there's anyone who only got one word, then I hope that that person will be brave enough to share with us, because every word is a gift. So remember to use the hint sheet, take notes, and we'll remind you to take a break 10 minutes before the end. And we'll come and visit you, but let us know if you need anything, because, you know, there's ask for help button at the bottom of the breakout room. As I said, we will come and visit, but if you need any help, just give us a shout. And we have one more slide before we go to Chavruta, which will be, as you see, quite a bit longer than before, because I don't need to yap at you quite so much. So let's just keep this up here for a minute, just so that you can see where we are. This is where we started. And these are the words that we did. And then we ended here, kegigit. And these are the words that we're going to do. We're going to start here. This is a word you've seen before. And go through these words. And then we're going to end here. Okay, this word that starts with a kuf, that's the last word that we're looking at today. It's actually a fair number of words, so don't worry, we will look at them. So just get as far as you can, don't worry about it. Nobody will be left behind. Everybody will have seen all the words by the time we're done. So just do what works for you. But again, beginning here at this word after kigigit and ending at this word. Any questions before we send everyone into rooms?
Yeah, actually.
Mhm.
So I'm trying to switch to the PDF of the DAF,
Mm-hmm.
and I could use a little bit of orientation because I'm having trouble finding the place. About how far down is it on the DAF?
Okay.
Let me see if I can pull up the DOF for you.
Do you want to go into the breakout room, see if you and Azaria can
Yeah,
figure
that's
it
fine.
out?
I don't have to take the whole class's time.
No, it's okay. They're gone. But the point
Okay.
is that if you and Azaria together can't figure it out, hit the ask for help and we'll be right there. Okay? Does that work for you?
So
Yeah,
can
that's
you
fine.
can you see the DOF right now?
The one that
Can
you're
you see the
screen
DOF?
sharing? Or the
Yes.
Connection, opportunity,
No.
possibility.
Oh,
Stupid SoundCloud.
Sarah didn't pay for SoundCloud.
Sorry. That was supposed to be a Nigun.
Elior,
Yes.
so I am suddenly having this just today. I'm having this little pop-up at the lower right of my screen. I'm wondering if you know how to get rid of it. It says OMEN Gaming Hub. I don't know, have no idea what it is, and I don't know how to get rid of it.
A gaming
Do you have
hub?
any idea? Like
OMAN, you said?
OMEN Gaming Hub. It's just this little pop-up on the lower right screen, but it's always at the bottom of the chat when I open the chat.
On this Zoom?
No, it has
Ah,
nothing to do with the Zoom. I'm just
Oh, yeah,
wondering if I
anyways,
can.
done it.
No, it has nothing to do with the Zoom. It's just on my damn laptop.
Yeah.
I
just got
found
rid
the
of
thing.
mine.
I'll send you a text. I'll send you a chat, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Alrighty. I think everybody's back. We need to tell Savara they need to improve the SoundCloud. It was actually hilarious. Okay. So this is the beginning of our text for today. And last time we had some wonderful Hebrew speakers who were able to fly through it, but today I actually wanted to start with any group that only found one word or two words so that we can enjoy the gift of your learning. Is there anyone here who would like to share one or two, just one or two words with us? I can't see everyone, so. Yes, Tara and Jasper, awesome.
Um, the word starting with the lamed, we found
Let's
to
start with the
say,
first, let's start with the first word.
oh, I don't see that on our hint sheet, so I don't know.
The first word, okay.
We may
That's
have
actually
missed
a word
that.
that we had last time. Do you remember?
Nope.
Do we have anyone who wants to give us just the first word, and then we'll come back to Tara and Jasper for the second word?
I could. It's Emily.
Okay.
It's he said, so
So we're not translating just yet. We're just looking at it.
oh, I'm not understanding what you're asking then.
Well, let's look at that word. How do you know
Vav,
that it's, and he said, how do you know that?
so the vav is and, or it could be the reversing vav to change the tense.
Mm-hmm. So those are two
But
possibilities.
so those are two possibilities.
Mm-hmm. And
And
what?
then Aleph Mem Resh is the the past tense of masculine singular of to say. So he said.
Hey, thank you, Emily. I appreciate that. All right, let's go back to Tara and Jasper. Tell us what the second word is.
Okay, the second word we found to mean to them.
Okay, how did you know that?
Funny enough, Elior helped us find the missing page in Frank, and we just looked it up starting with the lamed.
Mm-hmm. And you found to them? Okay, so the lamed is what? Is two? So you
Yeah.
found him, but it was with the lamed. So the lamed by itself would be,
Lamed by itself is the prefix?
yeah.
Okay. Ah, yeah, there it is. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And what's the second part?
It just tells us you, plural direct object.
Yeah, well, in this case, it's third person.
Mhm.
So we can put you, but we'll say third. So maybe them. All right. Did you get any further?
I don't think we looked at but we
Okay.
did look at, oh, we didn't get the next two words, but we got the word after that.
This one?
The one starting with the hay.
Mm-hmm. What did you find there? And we'll go back.
Pointed and like to point, but in the past.
We found the prefix for the, and then we also found that the hey at the end was a past suffix. And then we were able to find the word and that it was point or thin part. And we came to understand that as like pointed.
Pointed. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Anything else?
The next word we looked up in Frank, starting with the letter mem, and found it to mean good or better.
Or
Um,
it is good, or it is better.
I'm not sure if the mem itself is a prefix, if that's a from or a present or a nounifier.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty complex word, which is why it says just look it up.
And that's as far as we got.
All right, so first of all, we're going to clap you guys up, everybody, because Tara and Jasper have found 3 words for us, which is amazing. Thank you. And all right, so we're going to go back and we're going to look at the next to last one word again, because maybe we can do more things with it. But let's go back to, okay, so we have Amar Lahem, and he said to them, okay, or he said to them. Okay, anybody get this one? This might help. That's, sorry, that's supposed to be a dot. Anybody know this word? Deborah's nodding. Okay. You want to jump in, Deborah?
Sure. It's eam.
Mm-hmm.
It's on Jastro page 74. And it's if or when.
Oh man, I'm making a mess here. But if or when. Mm-hmm. Okay. How many words did you guys get, Deborah?
We got Atem, and we got
Okay,
Mikabel.
okay, let's-
Mikabelim.
Okay, let's stop and look at a 10.
Okay.
What is that?
It's y'all. You plural.
Okay, how do you know that?
I don't remember how I know that.
That was on the hint sheet. And also common
that's why I
knowledge
don't
from
remember.
things that things we've seen before.
Okay. So the hint sheet was like, let's not get too complicated here. So it means you, plural. I don't know if Dimi Bachama Bacha says was East Southern English. So okay, so we've got one word left in the middle. Does anybody else have this word that they want to? Yins, yeah, Eliar. Pittsburgh, is that Pittsburgh language? I don't
Yins.
know. Ren always uses that. Yeah, I am busy, sorry. Okay. Anybody want to take a shot at this one? Let me put in the liquid for it.
Sure. So chop off the initial mem because it's a prefix of some kind, and the final yud mem looks like a suffix, which leaves you with kuf bet lamed, which you
Now,
can
what kind of
find
suffix is that, do you think?
plural.
Plural?
And you can find kuf bet lamed on Jastro page 308. And it means to seize, to join, to meet, to correspond. But if you, in the PL, so the mem could be making it PL, then it would make sense in this context because it's to accept, to receive, to take an obligation on oneself.
Okay, anybody who doesn't know what the PL is, completely do not worry about it. Let it rise up and flow away. Deborah's been doing Swara for a long time. Okay. So we have a bit of lots of stuff here. Okay. Said to them, if you receive. Okay, let's go back to this word. And you guys made a really, really good guess at that, Tara and Jasper. But we might want to find another meaning for it. Because I don't
Sweetie,
know
could you
that
verbalize which word you're talking about?
this one. Can you see my arrows?
Oh,
The last one, the next to last one, the penultimate one.
okay. Hetav Vav Resh. Hey?
Hey,
That
tough
word?
hey. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the one we were looking at, and Tara and Jasper did a really good guess at it. But in the context of what we have here, and context is what tells us, because when something has lots and lots of different definitions, then we have to use context to figure out which one it is, right? So in the context, maybe something that's pointy might not be quite the right thing. So anyone want to offer another possible interpretation? Was the root on the hint sheet? Or did it say to just look it up? I don't have the hint sheet in front of me, so somebody tell me.
It says to look up and then track down the root.
So what does it say to look up?
I don't know how to read it.
So the word, to look up the whole word?
Mm-hmm.
To look up Tav, Vav, Resh, Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, minus the initial hey. Sorry about that.
So did somebody do that? I mean, there are some people are going like, well, I know what that word means. But did anybody actually look it up?
We did.
Mm-hmm. And what did you find?
So on page oh wait. I wrote page 1308, but that doesn't sound.
That's pretty close
One
to
of
me.
my page numbers is wrong because I have the same page number for words that should be far apart in the dictionary. But
So
anyway,
1657 is Torah and 308 is the Kuf Bet Lamed root.
Yeah, okay, sorry,
I think
what was
those
the
got
one
put
for
together.
Torah? Azaria, what was the one for Torah?
1657.
16, yeah, I was gonna say it has to be pretty close to the end. And what does it mean? Erase our previous guess, which was a good guess.
I mean, the more common definitions are teaching and law, Pentateuch, but I also liked definition and description.
Teaching, definition, those are good ones. But also
you mean for the
law.
screen share to go away, sweetie?
Sorry, what
Did you mean for the screen share to go away?
it didn't go
Uh,
away. Did you click on meeting by mistake?
Oh,
Try clicking where it says Elior Sterling's screen, because we're still here.
oh, look at this. I just updated Zoom. Look at that amazing thing. Thank you.
Yeah, I discovered that by mistake earlier too. It scared the heck out of me. All of a sudden the screen share was gone.
Full of useless interruptions this evening. Thank you all for your grace.
Oh, we're doing well. Hey,
They're not useless. We're learning the Torah of Zoom.
we are learning the Torah. of
If
Zoom,
still
and
some
thank-
students had to hide under their rabbi's bed to learn that particular bit of Torah, we can learn the Torah of Zoom. Just saying.
Could you say the page number again that we're looking at for the definition of?
It's at the top where I wrote it. If you can see the screen share, Jastro 1657.
Ah, thank you.
And for anybody who does not have it handy, check the chat.
Oh, you've been putting
Put
hints
something-
in, have you?
I put something in the chat.
Nice. Okay, so
Bless
yeah,
you.
so let's go back and we're gonna do inside, very inside. And he said to them, which actually works with the English syntax, if you receive or accept the Torah, which is what we usually call.
Oh,
I know. It is good. Did anybody get to the second line?
Do we want to talk about the root? Because there is, in this
Which root?
entry, Azaria pointed out to me how when you look up Torah, in parentheses, so it has Torah, F for feminine, and then in parentheses, BH for biblical Hebrew, and then the root, Yud Resh He.
Yeah, which is point or teach.
Okay.
But we're going to go to the next line because we're getting a little low on time, and I really want us to. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, anybody get to the second line? Over, did you guys make any further progress? You did?
We did. This is after Mutav, including Mutav?
Yeah, we had mutav.
Mutav.
Somebody already did the first word in the
Okay.
last. Yes, we did already do this word.
Ve'im lav.
Yeah. Okay, so let's stop there. Okay, we already had im. This is the second conditional. We had the first if you accept the Torah, it will be good. And if, okay, let's look at this word, lav. So this is a bit of an archaic form. Did anybody look it up? What did you guys find? Azaria, you want to say something?
It just said no. Lav is no.
Love is no. Okay, so, and if, stop that. Why does it do that? Sometimes it gets a little wild. Sorry about that. I'm just going to get rid of all of that and start again. The im and mem vav. No, we didn't skip it. We did it out of order. It is better. And if love, if not, okay. What did you guys find, Azaria?
We're now in the area where I've just been, working on my own during Shior and, not paying attention fully to class. So other folks should probably take the lead here.
Okay. Anybody else get this far? Aside from Ahuva and her chavotas. Okay, Ahuva, you want to take us home?
Ve'im lav.
Mhm.
Sham tehe.
Hold on, let's start with Sham. Did you guys find that? What does it mean? What did you find for Tia?
Tehe.
Yeah, Tehe or Tia. Why did I put Tia? I must have found different versions. Yeah, this should be Tehe. Sorry. I think I typed it and I wasn't thinking. That Tehia is modern Hebrew. Tehe. So what is that? Yeah, I'm just gonna do this because I want us to have time to talk about it. Anybody found this one? Here we have a suffix. Yours. Here we have an infix. Again, if you don't know what that means, don't worry about it. The root is this one. This tablet is not my fault.
What letters make up the root word?
Yeah, I'm just gonna put the root here.
Kuf, vet, resh.
Yeah.
So
Anybody want to take a quick look at, even if you didn't get there, take a quick look in Jastro and tell me what this root of some people might know what it means. Some people might be involved with the Chevra Kadisha or you found this word? Did you just put it in the chat? Kevel. To bury, yeah. Or since it's actually not a verb but a noun. And if not, there will be your grave. And I pushed us a little bit through this. Actually, let's go to the next slide. Elior. Okay. Can you type for me? Right, I can type it. Okay. And he said to them, oops, back in English. And he said to them, if you accept the Torah, it will be good. And if not, there will be your grave. So just for context, this is what Rabbi Avdimi Bar Chama Bar Chasa is saying. Okay, this is not actually in the Torah. This is rabbinic interpretation. So if we were already, wow, that mountain over my head doesn't look like fun. Now we're getting an explicit death threat. We've got a few minutes. Anybody want to talk about that?
I'm hearing it in Marlon Brando's voice, make it up, you can't refuse.
It is an offer they can't refuse, yes.
It
I'm
feels aggressive.
It's very aggressive.
going to go with the
Coercive.
counter read and look at this as a doctor with a diagnosis. Torah is life. You can take this medication and have the chance for survival with all of the work that survival comes with. Or you can cease to exist and I will bury you because I will give you that last honor.
I mean, I believe you, except for the mountain hanging over our heads. It's a big mountain. And like, I'm not feeling like it's free of that.
And I'm thinking of the number of doctors I've seen that have struggled with, if you stop taking this, you will have serious health problems and we may not be able to revive you. And the number of people that have not taken the thing, like it might have taken a mountain to get our attention because this is a people that may not realize how much they needed Torah at that moment.
But it's supposed to be a covenant, Azaria.
That requires freedom of choice
Mm,
and consent. And this is very coercive.
it is. Yeah. And this is where we get into the problem of obligation, right? And we only have a couple of minutes, but we will have the after party if people can stick around, because that's why in the end I was like, I'll just give you the translation because I wanted to have time for this conversation. I should have made this class 5 weeks, but it's 4 weeks, so we'll just have to squeeze things in and also have time to talk because, yeah, you're absolutely right. It is
If-
very coercive. And so then the question is, are we obligated if we were coerced? Stay tuned, because the rabbis are struggling with this too. Because just like us, they lived in a time without prophecy. If you have a prophet telling you exactly what God wants, then even if that prophet is Joseph Smith, doesn't matter. If you have a prophet who's telling you, who's telling you God wants this, then you've got some sort of communication. But the rabbis, like us, we're not receiving that. So how do we know what our obligation is? And so next week we're going to continue with the sugya and continue with their struggle, because they were struggling with the exact same things that we are. And that's why I wanted to bring you this sugya, because they felt that too. Like, how do we know? Where does it come from? Why should we care? And when we get to the end of the sugya, you'll see that it's particularly appropriate that we're doing it in Purim time.
I would also say that the verb to accept, what it means to accept the Torah,
Mm-hmm.
has many, many possibilities.
Yes, it does.
And so we can read the same story as you want to act this way, or a warning about what happens if you do act that way. So, and just, accept the Torah in order, I accept that I want to study it. I accept it in that way, but yeah, I think that's a very, very, leaves a lot of room. That verb gives us a lot of room.
There
So
is a lot.
I know that we have to close up and go to the after party, but something I want to say before we go to the after party, and I can talk more about it in the after party if somebody's interested. One argument for why we don't have prophets anymore is that prophets can also be coercive. Like false prophets, obviously you think that they're telling the truth, and so you follow them. But also, if you look at like Elijah, he can be kind of a jerk.
He did kill a lot of people, yeah.
Yeah. So, the problem of coercion is a known problem that we need to avoid.
Well,
Or
no,
work.
we can't avoid. Stay tuned and see what the rabbis did with it.
All right.
Oh, that is.
Whoops.
Oh, that's right.
That's right. We have to close up.
We do. Let's get rid of all the drawings. Okay. Yehei Shmei Rabba Mivorach Leolam Ulolmei Almaya.
Now the nigun.
for a couple of minutes, and then we'll go to anyone who can stay for the after party, you can continue the conversation.